And we were walking along this pathway, and suddenly there was an egg flying over the hedge and just being smashed on the floor, maybe 1 meter in front of us.
一个鸡蛋从天而降，生鸡蛋。嗨，大家好，欢迎来到我频道 Cathy Going Forward， 我是 Cathy。坐在身边的这位是。
你好，我是 Sasha， 我是 Cathy 的老公。
今天把老公又请到我的频道，主要是因为昨天发生了一件事情，而当时老公的反应让我非常非常的惊讶，因为老公和我已经认识 How many years have known each other?
21年。
21 years, oh my god, I'm so old already. OK， 真的就是我觉得认识他已经足够长，然后有相当的了解。我觉得在生活中他应该不会再做出什么事情让我非常非常的惊讶。But yesterday what I did really that kind of not shocked me, but I just think that was not a typical you.
Why is that?
You mean why did it shock me?
Yeah.
Okay, then why not just let's tell the story first? Okay.
Sure.
顺便说一下，这个视频的最后有彩蛋，所以大家一定要看到最后。Okay, so yesterday we had a really good weather. Sunny, breezy, just nice, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I think better you tell the story because you know all the details.
Sure.
Yeah?
Okay. So we went for a walk,
Yeah.
the two of us, and about halfway through, we came by a parking lot with the big hedge, right? And we couldn't look over the hedge.
Right.
And we were walking along this pathway, and suddenly there was an egg flying over the hedge and just being smashed on the floor, maybe 1 meter in front of us,
一
right?
个鸡蛋从天而降，生鸡蛋。
And I immediately thought there's something strange, of course, because eggs don't fall from the sky.
Right.
So then I heard some kids, and I immediately thought this is kids playing tricks, right? Some mischievous kids. And so I got angry, and I was shouting over the hedge, "Stop it, or I call the police." And
Yes, you warned them in the first place.
I warned them immediately because I didn't want to have more eggs being thrown over the hedge, right? And then I also pulled out my video camera, my smartphone,
Yeah.
and I
But
started
later
filming.
we saw them.
We later saw them. I started filming them. They ran away. We continued doing our kind of walk, and then only 10 minutes later, I think we bumped into them again.
Yeah, I think that's really God's will because I don't think that they followed us or
I agree.
you know it's
that
just a
was
coincidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so at that time they recognized us immediately.
Yes.
And they were at that time shouting at us. They were basically calling us bad names, and they were again throwing eggs at us and also at other people in the park. And that's where I thought enough is enough. And I did actually call the police and told them there's kids doing this. Can you please send someone come by and take a look at this?
And really, at this point, I was very, very surprised. I did not really think you really called the police.
Yeah, but I thought they had to come and really do something about this.
Do you think this is a really typical German reaction?
I'm not sure. I think in this case, I think yes, because they were not doing it once. They were not doing it by accident, obviously. They were doing this on purpose. And I think someone had to do something about it.
You know, the reason that surprised me is because how you reacted was not quite in line with my impression or my understanding of the typical German parents or German adults.
Why is that? What is your understanding of Germans?
Yeah, I just feel that the German has really huge tolerance to children, towards the children mistake. It's just like there should be free room for children to make mistakes and the children grow out of their mistakes.
But like what?
Like what? For example, in the school, we have been to so many music events, right? And we discussed this before actually. There were really children on the stage. They were not performing there. They were practicing there. Really. I, as a Chinese parent, I will not let my children do that. Really, you get yourself well prepared before you go on the stage. Instead of you on the stage, you do your preparation. There's no respect to the audience.
Yeah,
but you're not serious with this performance.
Yeah,
but you see those German parents, they just sit there, enjoying watching this. They don't even feel a little bit embarrassed.
Yeah, but that's a different topic because
Why?
these kids are not harming anybody if they don't perform well. It's not affecting others.
Yeah, I understand that these children that they of course need to be talked with, right? But really, I would not go for 110 to really to give them this kind of lesson. And actually yesterday after what happened, I did contact several friends of mine all over. I mean, different continents. Okay, so I told them what happened. And I wanted to know what would be their reaction if they were there. So basically, I gathered now the different feedbacks from different nationalities.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can tell you that most of them, that actually their reaction was just like mine. I will not be too fussy about it.
Okay, and they are all Chinese?
Yes, most of them, 80% I would say, but they have lived in their countries for at least 10 to 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, could be a cultural difference. From what I hear, in China, people don't really want to get involved in the business of other people. So there's this story, if in China someone is lying on the floor, on the ground, then other people don't want to help because they're afraid it could be a scam.
Yeah, I agree. That could be the case, but actually, really, I think nowadays it's getting better. However, yesterday it was different. I was there. That was my business. I was even one of their targets, right?
That's true. You were affected.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And actually, I think I would be really just as angry as you were if they hit me with some concrete mean reasons, like for example, like racial discrimination.
Right.
I mean, because I'm Chinese.
And then you feel attacked.
Then I will really feel attacked, and I feel really,
Right.
But what they did yesterday was completely, aimless, right? And so for me, it's kind of just a pure mischief.
Well, I'm not sure if it was aimless, and they could have hit you, and that could have, made your clothes dirty. It could have cost you. You might have had to repair something or clean something at least. Right.
Maybe that is the reason why your German buy this kind of liability insurance, right? Just want to find a way out for your fault.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually for bigger, real damage, but still.
I think we even used that once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In our holiday.
Right, but that was much more expensive and it was a true accident.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not even sure if the liability insurance covers something like this because it's done intentionally.
You mean for the boys?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. But you know what? Actually, as a parent, of course, I would never believe that my son would ever do this kind of thing. But even if he does, actually, I don't think that I will feel very ashamed of this. There are different kind of mistakes, right? And if, for example, my son, I mean our son.
Exactly.
If our son, for example, if he bullies another child in the school, that I would be much more concerned. I would really feel bad about it. I mean, that really reached my bottom line.
Sure.
And but for this kind of thing, okay, of course, in front of Aaron, I would have still a serious talk with him,
right.
But I would not let it keep me really preoccupied.
Okay, if Aaron does something like this, our son, and then someone complains about Aaron or is reporting him to the police, I would understand that someone else is doing that.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Right. And the other thing is, if kids start like this, maybe next time they throw a stone or they throw a firecracker, something else.
Did you do anything similar when you were a child? When you were really a boy at this age, for example?
Of course, I didn't do anything like this. No, I did lots. I honestly did lots of stupid things.
See?
Yeah. And I agree.
That's
it's part of growing up. It's part of growing up. But on the other hand, I never did something I think that ended up really being bad or really harmful or a real damage to anybody. But it could have. And maybe that's why I'm concerned about these things.
You're just lucky.
I got lucky in a way. And when you get lucky, at least I at that time realized I did get lucky. And then
You realized it already at that time?
I did
When
realize
you were
for
little?
some of these things, I realized back then that I did get lucky, and that I should definitely not do this again, because you might not get lucky twice.
I see. Yeah, maybe because when I was little, I never.
You never did anything like this.
Not really.
Exactly.
Not really. That's why I don't know. Particular respect, because
Right.
this never happened to me.
Yeah,
I never
and-
thought of this kind of possibility.
Exactly. Probably you don't even realize what
consequence.
could have happened. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, really bad things can happen.
Okay, so let's say what my friends wrote to me. Okay, this is the reactions from the people all over the world.
Right.
And as I said just now, most of them actually, they would have reacted in my way, like yesterday. Just ignore them and don't let yourself really freak out in front of this, what do we say, 小屁孩, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I know.
Another one from Hong Kong, my God, this poor boy. So when he was little, he played the ball in the public yard. And that was without any intention, just hit another guy. And he was brought to the police station for verbal warning.
Okay.
I mean, that is really, I think, kind of miserable.
Yeah, that's a little tough, but you never know the circumstances. Maybe it was a very, unfriendly, intolerant person, or maybe he hit him very hard by, accident.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Okay, so the last one, my friend from Singapore. She's the only one who shared your opinion in this case.
Yeah, Singaporeans.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought when I read her message.
Right.
That she told me in this context, she would for sure report to the Singapore police. And she's quite sure that the policemen, with the help of the camera in Singapore everywhere, they could find these boys and give them good lessons.
I'm sure they won't be caning them for that, but certainly will tell them off.
Yeah, exactly. So, thank you very much for sharing your views with us today.
You're welcome. It was fun.
You know what, actually, a couple of days ago, I saw a movie, and there were some lines from the main character. I think I can use that part at the end of my video today. And I'm going to share with all of you. So, bye for now. Bye.
Bye-bye. 再见.
Bye.
The interesting question is, just because something thinks differently from you, does that mean it's not thinking? No, we allow for humans to have such divergences from one another. You like strawberries. I hate ice skating. You cry at sad films. I am allergic to pollen. What is the point of different tastes, different preferences, if not to say that our brains work differently, that we think differently?